Today we are learning two characters. Both of them actually you can use for each piece of your painting or calligraphy. And since last time, I think Charlene asked, and I did somebody somebody's creation already. And this time I think we do two words. One is to work, and the other is specific to paint. Okay, handout to paint first. So two parts right now. We I think gradually know how to read it. The sample calligraphy. So two parts. Left part is radical and the people's radical, right? And the right part is the characters. Have characters. This is a characters, but seldom use it. So two parts as radicals normally slightly small than the main part, we call than the other part as a radical slightly small. So this is not very obvious smaller, but yeah, a little bit narrower, right? The part, and a little bit the two verticals. This left one slightly shorter. Anyway, sometimes it's hard to explain, but idea in your mind image, you remember this should be a little bit. The eventually look smaller than the other part. Okay. People's radical slant, press and gradually lift. See, this slant actually for the balancing thing is because less stroke of left side. See, this is larger than the right slant, right? Doesn't have to be each stroke smaller for the whole balance things. Okay, and then vertical, press and go down. Gradually lift. Even look at very, the sharp, right? But gradually lift, do not sweep, especially standard style. And then this side, shorter, smaller slant. Then horizontal, a little bit up. And then vertical, again, a little bit bigger and slightly, some people do a lot longer, bigger. And then two short horizontal. That's about the standard style. Actually, the best sample does this horizontal, the longest. So this is the second, a little bit less longer than this. And this is, of course, the top one, a little bit, this consider two of them, right? This top one smaller and this one longer, but not as longer as this one. This is just, for the most beautiful or not, nothing to do with the correct or wrong. Okay, let's go to the walking style. Walking style, mostly just the two horizontals become connect, right? And for each stroke, not that obvious press and lifting, pressing, lifting, but go faster. Oh, and this slant connected with the horizontal. Looks like the one stroke, but actually very connected two strokes. So horizontal one is, the walking style is just and connect, and then like number 2, connect the 2 horizontal strokes. Looks like the number 2, and those are connected. And this vertical, did you notice, with no nail head, and go kind of the bottom bigger by actually kind of the press and lift. And then grass style, cursive style. Actually, I choose some things, actually not that much differences, or say different persons writing, very depends. Looks more, faster going movements, more connected. Okay, just to remember, this 2 strokes connected in the walking style already, and the running style, even you can do after this, connect with this vertical one, which means this horizontal one, you don't want to go too far. Okay, so and then connect with the vertical, and then 2 horizontal. That's it. Very simple, huh? Okay, and then do this clerical. I put a clerical beside this. See what different. This is use brush, standard style. And this is clerical. So thinking of a carving and on the stone, or stick on the sand. Okay, conceal the tip, and then go, and then do not lift that much. Instead, like bounce back a little bit. Vertical, connect. Same principle, conceal, and then go down. Do not go that long. And then back a little bit, lift. I didn't back enough, right? On the sample, very obvious it back. Then this really short and kind of center moved for the vertical is like the dot. Short and heavy and with a little bit of direction of the dot. And then horizontal, connect with this dot. Backstroke, conceal, and then press, go to the right, and then press a little bit and the back. Second, change the stroke a little bit, right? Change the form, kind of. Okay, the second horizontal, a little bit shorter. And then vertical, very connect. A little bit, not slant, but try to do things, use your arm on the stone, carving things, a little bit, not very vertical, perpendicular, not very, that kind of to this side. We talked about it, right? For the vertical in the clerical style, people on purposely do that. Looks more stable looking, stronger looking. Sometimes, when you do very perpendicular, hard to do things to show very strong. Okay, and then the goose flying for the horizontal, last horizontal, stronger right here. You press, and lift. Make the goose tail flying stroke. change the stroke a little bit, right? See, this is there, and then just become 3 horizontal one, and very short with this side, and then nothing to do, stick out this part. So become this is clerical style. Okay, so this you can do like include painting or include the calligraphy and everything your products. Of course, any arts, you can see after the name, you can see Emily 做, Kathy 做, or Charlene 做. Yeah, this is the word. Of course, you don't have to. I mean, write these characters. Right now, I saw the Kathy is just Kathy, or sometimes a name seal, and Emily, right? Just the Zhen Miaole, her Chinese name. You can do just the name without characters, but think about if some space there, you want to occupy space, you want more characters there, you can always you can always use this, or later the word for paint. Okay, this is for any composition, calligraphy, poem, your sentence, your phrase, for calligraphy or for painting, anything. Then the word only for painting, but this character is beautiful and useful. After name, if you want to do more characters there for the painting, you have space there, you do this. Oh, looks lots of strokes there. But sometimes if you understand, and the doesn't mean the more strokes, the harder to do. Sometimes the last stroke is very hard to do it beautifully to get the balance looking. And this is mostly just the horizontal, vertical, right? And try to do some things not very stiffly, symmetric, or Okay, standard style first. Horizontal one, not very long. Backstroke and horizontal. Press and make this vertical, but with kind of the direction of that. And then now longest horizontal one. Horizontal one for the balance, always do a little bit up, in the standard style. And then like this box is bottom, so a little bit longer than the top one, horizontal. Then 2 horizontal ones, shorter, longer, but no longer than this one normally. And then vertical. People's writing a little bit different. Some people do a little bit, crossed. And then bottom. Some people do the connect. Here is the square is the field thing we learned, right? And then bottom horizontal shouldn't be very weak, but for the best balancing things, no longer than this normally. Yeah, try to look at the most balancing things for doing this. And then the walking style, nothing really changed, right? Just to go faster. And this vertical seems not that vertical, just to show some strokes there. Okay. Because with some speed, some people you cannot really go very slow to mimic that. Sometimes if you think you need, you can try to do that magic cloth to use water to try see the movement if you get used to it. So mostly just to go faster. Do that. See, not very vertical, go very fast. And seal that part, right? And then two of them and go them, right? All the same, just to go faster. And then the field and the horizontal. Shows almost the same, but different style. Stroke still stay almost the same for the whole, the frame. The shape, almost the same. But you can look like less pressing, lifting change, you know, but still, you know, rhythm there. You can see the tendency of the movements, right? Grass, curvy style. This looks changed a lot, but very common. I will explain it, and when you do good, people will recognize the very recognizable. Looks different. Okay, totally the top part. When it changed to the grass style, cursive style, it's just become nothing to do with that much, too many strokes there, right? Just become a dot and lift, indicated, you know, something left, or with some box thing, left thing, dot. And then this. So all the things become like the squarish, like two parts, dot and this. Squarish things indicated, you know, this box thing or a squarish thing. And then the vertical thing, kind of the slant, but down to the bottom. Back to the center and do the, this thing. And then the field thing become circle, and then back indicated the center horizontal thing. And then the vertical, center vertical thing here and connect with the bottom horizontal. That's how it become. Okay, because I made too many stops here. Try to explain clearly, and the movements doesn't look very, I mean, the best smooth things flow. Okay, I will do more. Okay, dot and do that, and then that, and fill the things close with the bottom horizontal thing. Some people even doesn't do the this dot thing, or just show the tendency of that directly, you know, do that very light thing and do the box of things like that. But I will suggest to do this, do not totally omit the things, because eventually, you know, people do like that. but you still want a little bit like a press to start things here. Okay, that's the running style. Very useful normally after the signature, because the signature normally like a walking style or cursive style, something like that, right? After that, you do some things walking style or cursive style for match together, because after the name, right? This is Emily or Zhen Miaole painted, Kathy painted. You want to match the style. However, I still want to tell you the clerical style. So it goes very kind of the slope back to seal the tip, and then longest in the center things. We talked about it. It's flat, right? Clerical style is flat. The filled thing. Okay. Goose tail flying at the end. Only one stroke. Lots of strokes, but when you put them together, puzzle, not hard at all. Okay, any questions about that, or want me to explain more? Or want to see more? One thing I think I want to review a little bit is for the like moon. Last time we talked about some characters when you write, it's supposed to keep the rectangular a little bit slant, right? See, this is the moon, right? In the horizontal, in the standard style. So these characters, see, like the whole box like that. Normally, we write the characters. I mean, rectangular. But some characters you want to keep it kind of the slant, not very wide, not very wide. This is the one. This is the one. And also, I think the lunar year, once I said, I saw, because I saw the Mary's writing a little bit too wide. I say some characters. Remember that? That's the second characters for the lunar year, the ox ear, the ox ear. The total is like that, right? That's the ox year, lunar year, the two characters. I'm talking about, see, these characters and the moon characters. You're not supposed to write like that. Yeah, people normally do not do like a normal like normal size. See, the size is pretty square, but of course a little bit rectangular. But some characters like this one, not occupied that wide. This is too wide. Yeah. And also this one, if you write like the, normally, yeah, too wide. This character, yeah, keep this a little bit tight. But you know, this is like if you looks too much like the, this is the sun, right? We actually have the, this is the other character. This is the other character. It's a classical language, means to say. This is the sun. This is to say. I want to say it makes different some characters. This is special, not that much, not that much. If you write rectangular this way, means sun. And if you write flat, means totally other meaning. I just want to say some character is really keep the narrow. But I will let you know, and when we learn the characters, this is very special. But this is just the normal way to do. You don't want to do the too wide. Normally do a little bit of keep it narrow, keep it tight. Mm-hmm. Okay, any question about the characters we learned today or from last time? Any questions? Or you want me to do more things for explain or demo? Otherwise, we start rock. Okay. How many you did learned how to do the rocks earlier? I mean before. Emily, you learned. Okay.
With Henry in his landscape class.
Oh, landscape class, right. And what about Kathy?
I didn't learn. I teach when he had the landscape class. So unfortunately, so I haven't.
Good. I got the experience, and you absolutely you have the book, and you I think you learned some, or yeah, you studied. And interesting thing is in Chinese we say how to explain 先花后草玩玩石头拉倒 which means first for the common people, it doesn't have to be the paint, for the painter. First, flower, because flower is really, I mean, colorful and beautiful. Okay? First, flower, then grass. You know, grass like orchid, Chinese orchid is like a grass, right? First flower, then grass. Eventually, just play with a stone or rock. You know, people's taste become not become how say. First, you are attracted by the the floral thing, a beautiful color and fragrant things, and then you become like the leaves, or grass, even the bamboo things with no that much colors things, and eventually just the stone. And interesting, yeah, for people's hobby, not for painting, but even for the painting. That's why I said the bamboo usually learned later. Could first want to paint, or teacher want to teach, is, you see this beautiful flower, beautiful flower. How to do it? You want to know how to do it? Let's do it. Oh, I want to do it. It's beautiful. First flower, and then become grass, orchids or bamboo, and then rock, for flower, and the birds painting, with some rock, rock with bamboo, rock with the orchids, or rock with the some like the lily pond on the bank of the lake or bank of the river. And of course, landscaping, same principles do the mountain, right? If you do the rock. And how do you do the rock? Rock is the easiest, and but some principle to do that. Thinking about the whole shape of the rock. It's like you read in the English one, right? The English explanation. It's like the whole shape you think about is the root of the clouds. Root of the clouds. Okay, the clouds like the candy. I mean the cotton candy, right? Cotton candy shape like the clouds. When you do clouds, what in your mind, right? Oh, the clouds, the whole mass, like the cut candy, right? And the root, this shape, not oval, not a square. You're thinking of the shape is like the, think of the root of the cloud, the shape, and avoid the smooth line, the too smooth stroke, because it's not in the air, it's not clouds, it's a stone, it's a rock. Okay, that's just the start. Okay, this part we can start, learn by doing. Okay, use kind of the rough or hard, stiff stick. Stiff brush, and light ink. I don't have light ink. I try to get some ink from the rest of my brush, the calligraphy brush, some ink here. Okay, perpendicular brush. Okay, let's make the cloud shape mass. Okay, then also the stroke, a little bit like we do the clerical style. Okay, the word we use is done. is abrupt. Abrupt stop. Okay, feel like we are doing things on the clerical style, right? Clerical style. Use your arm and do not go too smooth. Go a little bit, perpendicular your brush. If you go slant brush, you can do the tip, but totally slant, you'll go too fast, too smooth. Okay, do this and feel bumped. This what we call the abrupt stop. Okay, do the shape like stop. Something like that. Yeah, try it. You feel that way? Feel that way? Uh-huh. Yeah. The cloud shape. But with some abrupt stop, with some abrupt stop. Feel that? You feel that? Uh-huh. Try to get some things. Oh, my stick, we all experience the clerical style, right? Feel, you're holding a stick, and when you do things, you're on the rock. So your brush is bumped. You use your, bumped. I mean, for the surface, the texture is a stone, right? Otherwise, if you go too smooth, it turn out, how come it's not stone? How come these cloud-shaped things looks like the chicken egg? The things, the mess. That's not a stone. That's not rock. Okay, and also because we talked about the stone. At the bottom line, try to avoid perfect, like the horizontal line, perfect strict horizontal line. Avoid that, because stone is kind of like in group there, not the sidewalk there. If you do that, harder to do later. Things to 3D things later. To group things. Try to avoid the perfect straight horizontal line on the bottom. Okay, and then for the stroke, 2 ways to do. One is called to make the one is for this side. We say go like the check mark this side, and the one is go that side, this one. You understand what I'm talking about? So you can see what you feel comfortable. Do like that things, and then do like that things from that side. I put them not connected. I try to show the things like that. This is we call go. This stroke we call go. And from that side we call le. Just feel different way, like a tai chi, Sometimes, people, Tai Chi sometimes is a pull, right? Sometimes it's push like that. So depend on what you feel comfortable. And when you got the whole thing, get used to do it. It doesn't matter. You can go the circling things, just bump by some abrupt stopping, and do things feel like the bumping on the rock, on the stone. That's the whole thing. And also try to think about, we do not use the concept of the lights or the perspective, but with the yin yang, right? Yin and yang. So first, actually, they talked about make the whole things use light ink, even a little bit void. You know, a little bit void, it doesn't matter. And then you feel like this side light and this side a little bit, you know, heavier things. And some place concave, and you do a little bit, make it darker, and you make some like a darker things, like a concave things. Okay, for the whole shape, if you understand in your mind, you got the yin yang already. That's what they talk about. The rock should be alive. What's alive? Which means one end yin and one end yang, yin and yang, which means xu and shi, you know, void and the very solid part. You decide which one is yin, which one is yang. You can think of light from what side and what side, you know. Okay, when you use the light ink to do, and you can always add anything, add darker things to indicate the concave things later. Or when you do this, when you feel comfortable, when you do the first, the outline, you can by press at some place, you know, one end, you see the light, very light, abrupt stop. And here I feel, you know, something I feel, oh, I know here I need to do some things in and do some things very solid and, you know, indicated concave things. And later I do some things here, like a concave things. I can do, make some things later here, some things like the rock things. And then if the, you know, so one stroke, you by pressing more, you make the yin yang already, you know. Of course, you can do the light things and add things later. And this stroke, if you think it's too dry, because rock doesn't have to be too dry, right? If around the bank of the river, you can do some, you know, apply some water on the dry stroke, you know, to make the whole things with some flying whiting. You can adjust, give some moisture later. Okay, just remember the stroke, how your brush go is very important for the abrupt stop. Do not go very fast. And the smooth line, try to avoid. Make that, and the shape, try to do the whole clouds shape and avoid the horizontal on the bottom. Straight, very straight horizontal on the bottom, okay? And then how to make it 3D looking. Since the out shape we talk about, you can make some thicker line to indicate the heavy place, heavy part indicated like the yin part, not the yang part, right? Leave the more bright white part for the yang part. Light comes, right? Like light comes that way, and the yin part is the dark part. But how to make the whole shape and later become kind of the 3D looking? In West painting, you do the box, right? You do the box there. 3D box there in your mind. And in Chinese, did you see the English description? It used the 3 sides. So which means 3D, 3 sides of the rock, even one piece of the rock, three sides of the rock. But how do you do 3 rocks? Okay, talking about did you heard about the nose? Chinese talk about the rock to explain what's the 3 sides of the rock. Okay, nose. You will always see nose. What do we mean nose? Okay, okay, look at me. Those like the 3 sides, 1 sides, okay, 1 sides, and then 2 sides, and then like sides of the those to put some concave things to squeeze the convex things of that side, nose side. That's the 3 sides things. We also call nose. Okay, back. Look at the sample. Look at this. Look at the sample. You see the first stone, first rock. See my cursor? See my cursor? See my cursor now? Yes. Okay. Look at this rock I circled. Look at it. Okay. Did you see the nose there? Ha 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 ha. Okay. See my cursor? Here is the nose, right? Here is the nose. 2 sides, not very symmetric things, but indicated as, concave things to squeeze out the nose. See that? And then divided 3 sides about the rock. Did you see that? Okay, that's easy, huh? That's sudden this become the rock. So just remember in your mind, but do not do the perfect, very symmetric flip left and right. Do not do the perfect nose, but just remember that it works. It works. And look at this. Look at this rock. This piece of rock. This piece of rock. Okay. Did you see the nose? Yes, probably the side view of some person's face. See where is my cursor? See, cursor, I'm sorry, cursor. Okay, here's the nose, right? Here is the nose. Be squeezed by some things, this side and this side to squeeze out some things. I know, and become like kind of the 3 sides, 3D rocks. Okay, let's try to feel that way. Okay, I move to my desk. Try to do the first rock. See, now you have idea to do that. You cannot do the mimic instead of, to put your transparent paper on that and mimic that, but you don't know what are you doing there. And you try to do in the image things in your mind, do the cloud shape things, right? The cloud shape things and abrupt your brush, right? Do the things. Oh, here, okay, heavier, and here heavier, and you know, the things. And here, oh, like the side of the nose. You can add later even, you know. And this side, the rock, and that's, you can add later. No, you can do the whole shape first. Okay, whole shape like a clouds already, and know where to add some things. The sample, the nose things indicated some concave things. Okay, not symmetrically, and then you add some for the, you know, texture things. You can use the like the I mean the things like that, some dry stroke or some dot stroke. The main things, you make the clouds shape things, the mass, and then, you know, some things like the two nodes make it, oh yeah, kind of, it's rock already, right? Oh, I know I'm doing what I'm doing. And then we do the, see my, okay, my cursor here, cursor, my cursor here, and see that larger one, we try to do that one. See, you feel more free to feel the nose nose thing. Okay, in your mind, nose thing. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, the whole the total like a mass, the shape, whatever you do, this go or this le, fine. Yeah, to feel the abrupt stop. You can do like a circle like, but the, you know, the clouds shape thing. You can add things, or first time when you feel comfortable to press, you can do some press to make the darker thing. Cannot mimic really, don't have to. Yeah, the rock is the most free things. I'm free of your style. Okay, I think I found some nose things already, and I feel like in my mind image, I'm thinking of the nose thing. I mean, shows three style of that, three sides of that, and if I want the dry stroke a little bit wetted, damp, I can damp by the brush. Yeah, to make it. So depends what do you need. Okay, you want it like the orchids grows place, bamboo grows place, kind of wet. Okay, you do some wet. You know, you got the dry and the wet. You know, and everything. Okay, then we talk about Chinese code. There is like 4 characters for the beautiful rock. First character is the show. Means lean, skinny. Bony, skinny, not very fat, smooth, right? And the other character is toe. Which means penetrate or here means like in the book it talks about the life, which means can breathing, I think, here. Can breathe. And low. Low means literally means leaking. But here means some like a hollow place. In the rock, always do that. The big rock or some concave place. And the last one is 皱, wrinkles. So we will learn a lot, of course, later, and when you practice these things and learn more on the mountain things, and lots of way to do the wrinkles and to show things. But I want this concept earlier in our mind, even do just the single rock. What's appreciated, not the fat, smooth things, So when we then that's why we talk about the show, the lean, boning things, skinning, boning things, for the rock. Lots water, right? Not water. So that's also why we need some abrupt stop for the stroke. When you first you do the line, if very smooth, and even later, you add some things at some place, and you will feel that smooth line. Eventually, you cannot get rid of it. It's really annoying on the mountain outline, on the rock, on the mountain. The perfect smooth line. You really don't like it. So very first, when you do line, remember this abrupt stopping things, like a clerical style, and the bumped on the rough surface, on the rough stone. That shows, like the outline, like the wind bumped on the rock, and you see the shape of the rock like that. Not a perfect, smooth, rounded curve line. That line really annoy in the landscape painting, or in even the flower and the birds painting with the rocks. And the toe and the low, the breathing thing and the hollow thing, which means you consider about the yin and the yang. So the xu and the shi, the solid part, and the voiding part, the empty part, with some rhythm, to look at as live things, right? Live things, not the stiff box there. And also the last one, 皱, that's why I see, okay, when you make the nose, and then you can make some, it's rock, the surface with some wrinkles, That's why I want to mention the full concept for the rocks first. What are you doing? Because for the texture, you need some, wrinkles. You need some wrinkles to think about the texture. That's the very, very basic things. And when you group things, same thing. Same principle. for that, okay? A nose for the whole small rock, or the nose on the single rock, and shows different concave and convex places, okay? However, when you group that larger and smaller, and same principles, okay, same principles to do that. Okay, very quick, any questions, or you need to understand more, or what's your feeling? You understand any questions? Okay, unmute yourself. About the rock 101 today. I know you have experience, but I still want to, always start with the 101, the concept of the what's the things. That's I think for me it's useful to know what I am doing, or how do I look at the sample, where to find the 3D things, how to do that, the 3D, 3 sides. Why they call those? Nose, how do I do nose? What's exactly the meaning for nose? Okay, any question? No question. Okay. We will do some things, of course, later with other things. The rock is very useful to do with some soft things. Flower, you put a rock on the side. It's very for balancing things. It's very good in the natural environment. And also master's saying says, if you do people, you got wool, it doesn't turn out like a people, and become animal, and then still not successful, and then become the rock. So rock is the most important things, and the easier things. You can use it to save your painting. And now we do some even the techniques or basic understanding of the rock. So then you use how to make a rock looking things, to use elements for form a rock. And later you will do this very free, you understand the meaning. The nose. Okay, see you next time. Happy practice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.